So now I'd like to create a little lesson about looking at music, especially from the point of view of a handbell player. If you have played music for many, many years, if you know a lot of music theory, then you may never need to write on your music at all as a handbell player, or you may only need to write things that the conductor would like for you to put on, or maybe little changes that the conductor wants to make. However, if you're relatively new at handbells, writing on your music may be something that becomes very important to you. So I'd like to give you some hints as to how to do that, something that might be a little bit helpful to you. First off, if you really think you're going to be writing a lot in your music, you may want to make a Xerox copy of your music so that the original sheet of music can kind of remain a little bit unblemished. And then here's some things to look for. So I want to particularly to look at measures 19, 20, and 21 here. 19, 20, and 21. So I would like to, I'm going to act as if I am playing the notes G and F for the treble clef. So one of the first things I might do, which is a pretty easy thing to do, is I would highlight. And I would probably want to highlight my G's in yellow, okay? And so here I go. There are two G's. The first measure, oh, I see one there, measure 20. Another. There you go. Because that G, again, is on the second line of the treble clef staff. Now, I'll look for my F's. For my F's, I'll go ahead and highlight in pink. So look at measure 19, I don't see any. Measure 20, I don't see any. But in 21, there's one right there, and there's one right there. So, for all three of these measures, I have all my notes highlighted. Now, another thing I may want to do is to write in my music. And I may want to write what beats I play on. Now, I'll tell you that this piece of music has 4 beats in each measure. So, you know there's going to be a measure 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have to decide what beats you play on. So, in the beginning measure 19, that's pretty easy because there are 2 quarter notes right there. So you play beat 1 and beat 2. And then you're going to be resting on beat 3 and 4 because you don't play there. Measure 20, look at that. You're going to play a half note there. And so you are going to need to take up, you're going to ring on beat 1 and hold it across beat 2. Then you're going to ring it again on beat 3 and beat 4. Now in measure 21, things are going to get a little bit tricky. You see, you don't play on beat 1, but look at beat 2. It's got 2 eighth notes. You don't play on the first one, but you will play on the and of 2. Then your F is on beat 3. Your G is on the and of 3. Your F comes again on beat 4, and your G on the and of 4. So you've got a pretty busy measure in measure 21. You would play rest, rest, and 3, and 4, and. And you'll be switching hands in there, playing G and F. Some people like to write the hands which they play. So you'll note that your G will be in your right hand. So some people might write an R, and they might write an L for when they have their Fs. It's another option you can do. Something I know that's going to be a bit tricky in this piece is right here, you can barely see it past my highlighting, there's a sharp. That means that the G in measure 19 here is going to change. You're going to need to put this G down, and pick up the G sharp. That's another thing that you might want to highlight in your music when you need to change a bell to a sharp or a flat. So when you're writing in your music, there's a lot of options. Some people write their right hand or left hand. I would like for you to know your notes, and so to be able to highlight your note continuously or circle your notes is always good practice. And to know which beat that you play on is really most important, because that's going to make the song sound like a beautiful song. So I hope this helped you guys, and I will see you around.